Good evening, everyone. It's nice to see you. Hello, Perry. Hello, Lumina Nightfall. I hope my levels are alright. Welcome to the stream this evening. Just to start off, I'd like to introduce you to my comfort crew for this evening. So we've got Rat Trap. Hee! And we've got Cheetor. Don't worry if you don't recognise them. They're from a cartoon from the late 90s. Well, a 3D animated cartoon from the late 90s that most people didn't bother seeing unless they were up really early on Saturday morning children's television like I was. Welcome to the Chaos Loop Sakurafo. I think I nearly completely butchered your name. Hello, Void Full of Ghosts. Yes, please do join. My main aim this evening is to try and prove as to whether it's possible to do photo editing on a single board computer. Oh my God, Nico's here. Hello, Nico. Welcome to the chaos. Yeah, my main aim this evening is to edit some pictures on a very small computer that I've got, which is called a Raspberry Pi, and to just enjoy that process. I put out a request earlier on Twitter for a request which someone answered. I then didn't ask how they wanted to be referred to on the stream because I didn't think ahead very well. So I will give them credit, but at the minute I don't know what they want to be referred to as, and I also realised I didn't even know their pronouns. So it wasn't very good forward planning on my part. But I am going to follow through with their request, which was to make someone's face fit into a giraffe's face, which is something that I've never done before. So I don't know how good a job I'm going to do. But I've got a picture of a giraffe and I've got a picture of someone's face. Void Full of Ghosts. Good. It was Void Full of Ghosts. It was Void Full of Ghosts request. So that's how I will be referring to them, and that's what we will be doing. Right. So I'm not going to show how. There's a lot of like single board computer people that do like tutorials of how everything's done. I'm gonna sometimes be that channel, but I'm not going to be that channel right now. So I'm just going to get rid of my little splash screen here and open up my graphic tool, which is a tool called GIMP, which is GNU Image Manipulation Summit Program. And now I thought I had, I've got it somewhere. Hang on. So I'm going to start off with this here picture of this giraffe. There it is. And I think people... Oh, thank you for the lipstick, love. Thank you. Yeah. I thought I'd go for it. I'm also wearing myself as well. Just because I wanted to fully represent myself this evening. So I thought I may as well wear my own stuff as well as be myself as much as I can. Thank you very much for the appreciation. Oh my God, no, stop. Carry on. That's a James Rossism. Cool. So this is a giraffe, and I think people can probably guess whose face we're going to go with because it's my most tried and tested of all the faces that I'm most comfortable with, which is Mr. Alexander J. Newell. Look at this face. I've looked at it so much over the years, and I've always just thought that this picture of his just looks really strange. I just think he looks very. I just think he just looks very interesting in this picture, and he's going for a particular look that I've always just wanted to just put out there more. He hasn't given me any permission or anything to do this, but he never has. So it doesn't really make that much difference. I feel like, for those of you who are new to the stream and don't know who Rusty Quill are, Rusty Quill is a podcast company, and this is their founder, Alexander J. Newell, who founded the company. Is it 6 years ago now? And I was one of the first people that he roped into helping him out do the IT. And I was his mate before. Not anymore. He hates me now. No, that's not true. And he has put up with all of my nonsense of editing his picture into various different things. But to be honest, I'm not sure. I have sort of put it over animals before, but I've never changed it into another animal shape. So I'm actually kind of excited, and I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do it. But I think I better start off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and explain what I'm doing, but I might forget to do that sometimes and just sort of focus on the actual process itself. And I don't know how long this is going to take either. So we might be here for a few minutes, or we might be here for ages, because I might just get really involved. So let's get going. So I think this picture of Alex is a bit smaller than the giraffe image, which is good. So I'm just going to place it, and then the first thing I'm going to do is make sure that it's an actual layer. So let's set it to a layer. So that's a right click and then a click of the options. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the opacity of this top layer, and then we're just going to sort of start to place it roughly over the top of this giraffe. And then I'm just going to start and grab sort of bits of it and fit them into the various parts of the animal. So I think we're gonna have his chin initially. So let's grab his chin. Now there's probably going to be lots of people who do image editing that might do it in what they would call a proper way, and I don't know what that looks like, because I've always just sort of had a go with this sort of stuff, and as that 80s rock band says it, go your own way. So that's mostly where my process is. If I can just think of a way of doing something, that's going to be the way I'm doing it. There's a few versions of GIMP that I've used over the years, and sometimes I get a bit lost about which version I'm in. So I want to use the scaling tool, and for once I want to keep it unlocked because I want to set this. I'm just going to hide Alex's face so I can just see the giraffe. Alright, yeah, that's about right. Lower the opacity of this layer so I can see. Yeah, okay. And then let's stretch it up a bit just to below the nose. And let's do that. Would you be good? Oh my god, yes. Thank you for joining in. Flawless Poop. Wonderful. Cool. Let's grab Mr. Alex's nose next. I'm getting mixed up with layers. Right, this is... Okay, I need to actually scale that layer. And then what I'm going to do is name the layers, which is one of the most important things to do. Otherwise, it gets very confusing. Alex OG. Alright, so let's hide the mouth for now. Next, I want the nose, which is at a slight angle compared to the giraffe, but that's okay. So let's just grab the actual, just the nose, the nostril bit, the nose bit, the nostril bit. I know what words are. Alright, and then set that to a new layer, and then hide Alex. And then what I'm going to do with this is just stretch that over the giraffe nose, because that's a great thing that I'm really glad that I end up saying in my life. It's like, I'm just going to stretch this nose over the giraffe's nose, because I think that's the most sensible thing to do right now. And then let's sort of move it. And I think we want to really like. Oh yes. Oh, look at that. That's perfect, isn't it? Perfect. I don't know how much of the sort of giraffe. Okay, can I change the opacity whilst I'm? Oh my god, look at that. Right, so we've got to make sure that this lines up and looks realistic, because if it doesn't look realistic, then that would be bad, wouldn't it? Like, we wouldn't know that it was a giraffe. It was a giraffe person thing. I think that's about right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And then we'll just call that nose. I'm gonna like blend all of these layers together. At the I need to scale that. Click scale, and then hide that. So I'm gonna sort of do each bit individually, and then I'll do like I'll put it all together at the end, so it's more exciting that way. So we don't sort of spoil ourselves on what it's gonna look like. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Copy you, paste you. It's a new layer. Right, so then we'll set the opacity first this time. And then this is going all right. Left eye. Look at that eye. You see, it's the eyes why I think I like this picture so much, is because like he's giving it a lot of eye, like more than any normal person would, I think. I think I'm also going to do a rotate so that the eyebrow kind of matches over the giraffe eyebrow. Giraffes got big eyebrows, haven't they? Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll figure it out. So I want to scale this. And this is going to be quite big. So I scale it, and then if I... That going to make sense? And then I can just sort of smudge that later. I think that'll make sense. Scale that, and then I'll smudge it in. Before I smudge it in, fit it to the full size of the picture, because otherwise your smudges get all trapped in that box and they look really boxy. So I want layer to boundary size. I never remember which way around now. It's the other one. It's layer to image size. And then actually, let's undo that and rotate. I've changed my mind. Yeah, that's a better. That's better. Let's say. I keep looking at the screen, which is over there, but I'm actually, the camera's here, so I've got to get all these angles right. Otherwise Mike the Bow will shout at me for doing video wrong. Not that he's affiliated with this in any way. He wouldn't. I don't know if he'd want to be. Just check it, chat. Hello, everyone in chat. Oh, is Anna here? Oh, great. Cool. There will be pants. Oh no, I hit reset. Didn't want to hit reset. Never mind. I got too excited because Anna arrived. There we go. And do I want to squash it? Yeah, let's just do a little squash. Because let's squash it the other way. They are quite. Yeah, that. I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy with that. Come on, opacity, figure it out. Yeah. That'll do. Alright, scale that. And then fit it to boundary size. No, the other one, I got it wrong again. To image size, and then we'll do some smudging to make it fit onto the giraffe contours a bit better. And I realised the other day that with sort of face smudging, you're basically trying to do a picture's makeup and follow like contour lines. I was speaking with one of my mates who was talking about doing makeup basically being like an art form, which I think I agree with, because human eyes are very discerning. Sorry, I just saw what I was doing. They're very discerning at picking up on features in people's faces. It's one of the things that they're actually sort of really good at. Yes, that's wonderful, marvelous, beautiful. I'll leave that for now and then hide it. Yeah, human eyes very good at seeing people's faces and so you've got to focus in a lot on details about what sort of looks like a real face, and it's usually like smooth lines and like contours that follow the way that people do their makeup as a means to like cover stuff up. That's just from experience. That's not any kind of like knowledge or anything that anyone's tried to give me. It's just something that I've figured out over the years. Right, what did I do with the left eye? I rotated it and then stretched it and then smudged it. Alright, so let's just do the same thing. Okay, so we'll stretch it. We'll rotate it. I'll call it automatically knew that I meant yes when I did that. Okay, so stretch, rotate, and then we'll do some smudges after we've given it the right name. I've called that one left eye because it's like my left. Even I'm gonna just stick with that because I can't be bothered to unname it now. Experience is also knowledge. Alex's giraffe. Yes, giraffe Alex art is valid. Yeah, I tagged it as art, so this counts as like an art stream because that's what I called it. Okay. Yes, smudging. There's my smudger. There it is. And yeah, scale to image size, and then. Alright, so I forgot to scale it in. Does it look? That'll do. It's fine. There's every now and then it's kind of like there's only so much of a perfectionist I can pretend to be. I think fundamentally it's like, well, look what I'm doing. Is there gonna be like a judge at the end of the day that's gonna take this and be like, no, I think he should have smudged it a little bit more. There weren't enough smudges for me. Yeah, let's bring you in, and then I'm gonna actually use one of my favourite tools, which is the magic. I'm on the wrong layer though, which is the magic kind of selector. What the magic selector does is it takes a colour from one of the layers that you've got selected, and you can use it to like cut out bits from the other layer. So I've selected. So you hold down, click, and you go on your bit that you want to. I'm on the wrong layer now. So you're on the right layer, I'm on the giraffe layer, and I want to get this bit of ear, and I want to use this as basically a stencil to cut out from Alex's eye. So I've clicked on it, and then if I scale down, I select less of that colour, and if I scroll down, I select more of it, and then I move to the layer that I want, which is Alex's eye layer, and then I do Control X, and I cut out a bit of giraffe ear from Alex's face. And it makes that cut really neat and really like trim. Yeah, everything that I'm talking about is all with. I should have mentioned at the beginning actually. GIMP is completely free. It's traded under a GNU license, which basically means that it's open source and free to download. There's no sort of keys or anything. You don't have to even have, like, I've got this working on a Raspberry Pi, but you don't have to have it on a Raspberry Pi. You can download it onto any like Windows machine, Mac machine, Linux machine, and I use it on all of them. There's not much of a muchness between any of them in terms of like, is there a better version? They're all about the same. This one specifically is 2.10, I think, which was just the default version that comes that you can install on a Raspberry Pi. And yeah, I've just used it for many. Oh, spoiling. I've just used it for like years, and it's really good because if you get really good at this, they don't like change it because it's really hard to change and make new software. So if you want to invest your time in some software, I'd recommend GIMP because it's pretty good. Right, let's look at the bits that we've got so far. So we've got a left eye, a nose, a mouth, and I think what we should do is just put his cheeks in next. That makes sense. So I'll grab his cheeks and a little bit under his eye, I think. And I'm going to use the freehand cropping tool for this because I don't just want a little... I don't just want a box. Okay, so you just left click to select a point, and then you can gradually build up like what it is that you're trying to cut out. Just making sure that I'm cutting out everything that I want. I think that's right. So then I'll hit enter, Control C, Control V, and then was I in the right layer? Might have been in the wrong layer. I was. Alright. So I cut nothing out because I was on the wrong layer. Let's try again. I just did Control Z to undo that cut, and then Control X. It's all going wrong. Undo. Control C. Control V. It's the other thing I really like about GIMP is like everything, you just make a mistake and then you're like, oh my god, I made a mistake, and then you just do Control Z and you're like, oh, the mistake is gone. Like, oh, so it's so like reassuring to just like, even if you completely cock stuff up, you can just start again and go back from your last save point. Speaking of saving, actually, that's a good point. I should save this project because if this thing dies, I'll be really sad. So I'm going to save it as giraffe. Let's call it Alex giraffe Newell. Yeah, that's most sense. I'm sorry, Jay Adams, you cannot Control Z your life. I've tried and it doesn't work. Giralax, that's a good one. This name will do for now. Okay, cheeks, that's what I was doing, right? So let's do our move and scale that we did before. Now I'm probably going to put this layer underneath the nose layer. So I want it to fit underneath. So where's my nose? Yeah, my nose, and I'll probably want my mouth under the nose as well. Left eye, that's fine. Right eye. Okay, cool. So under my nomenclature, this is the left cheek, even though it's the giraffe's right cheek. And then I want to scale it first because that'll make it easier when I come to do some smudges. And I think I'm going to rotate it a little bit as well, or maybe, yeah, I think that makes sense. Let's check the opacity. Okay, so giraffe's face kind of goes in a bit, which we can achieve with some smudging. And I'm probably actually going to cut off a bit of the left-hand side with my magic eraser. That should be good. Okay, so we'll get the magic eraser, and it works very well with boundaries. So you can see here there's a boundary between the background and Alex's face. So I can very easily select that boundary and then just do a Control X to cut it. And then I've got a nice clean cut of Alex's face to move around and do with what I want. Did I fit it to the image size? No, I don't think it did. Yeah, there we go. So the eye is going to go on top of this layer. So it doesn't really matter that it's covering over the giraffe layer. So I'm going to now do some smudges to make sure it fits the giraffe face. So let's go under there like that. And I think we'll push this up a lot as well. Let's do opacity to find out where it cuts in. Cool to see. Have I sort of got it? Oh, what happened there? Oh, it's just not loaded. There's a bit of giraffe eye that looks like this layer, but it's not. Let's get rid of the giraffe layer so I can see what it is. Oh, grey on the background as well. That's not. So there's the trouble with working with Alex is I'm just going to put in a random color layer so I can see what I'm doing. So let's do another layer, and let's just call it background. And let's just fill it in black. Oh, where's the fill tool? There it is. Cool. And I want that behind the giraffe, so I can see the giraffe. Okay, so I've sort of got it. Let's just do it a little bit more. Smudgy. Am I? No, I'm in the wrong layer. That's why nothing is happening. just doing nothing. It happens sometimes. I'm as happy as Larry. Just be like, nothing is happening. It's fine. Okay. I think that's good. Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's do the other one. Got some. It's good that I've picked a picture of the giraffe that's also got the shade on the right hand side, so that it matches the picture of Alex. What? Someone seeing a burning smell? Please take care, Martin. This is. Oh, thank you very much, Flyky of Doom. Here we go. Let's get our magic selector again, and let's. Oh, which layer am I in? Let's just do. Sometimes you click and then you just need to get rid of it. So we need to be in Alex's layer, and we want to grab his other cheek, and don't want to grab his ear. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with the ears or the horns yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something. I had a horrible idea that I think I am going to do. Yeah. Just stashing my ideas away for later. Yeah, Control C that, Control V that, and what are we doing for time? Yeah, this is taking up my time, which is good, because sometimes it's nice to work on like a longer project that takes a little bit longer. I do like to do like really quick stuff, but I don't know. Sometimes you just get a weird idea that you've never done before, and you're like, that seems like a cool idea. So we're calling this right cheek, and let's get rid of Alex, and then let's move it and scale it and do stuff with it. Okay, if we makes sense to sort of put it there and bring it in a bit like that. Yeah, and then we'll scale it up. That makes sense. That makes sense. What I'm doing makes sense to me. Hi, Lisa. Alright, let's scale you up. And the cube out there, I think. Yeah. Alright. And then let's fit you to boundary size. No, did it again. I always mix these two up. They're very similar. To me, layer boundary size makes more sense than image size, but here we go. I could make one change with this software. It would be to move those two options away from each other. All right, and then let's do some. Actually, I want to make this a bit bigger because I want to make some bigger. Let's use a bigger brush, darling. Give me a bigger brush. Yeah. I wonder if I could actually do Alex's makeup at this point. The amount of time that I've looked at his silly face. Probably. Let's do the thing again. Okay, I'm just gonna, if I just move this sort of up a bit so it looks like it comes in more. And that goes. Oh, I might have. This is what I mean by faces. Like, you have to be quite. Meticulous because it stuff doesn't make sense quite quickly when you're dealing with it. Does that look about right? I think he needs more cheekbone, doesn't he? So I need to. That's too much. Oh. Oh no. That was my. Please don't crash, because that will make me sad. Maybe might have crashed. Oh no! I didn't save ages ago. What can I do? I went one too many with the contours. Let's see if I can. How are we doing? That'll be bad. Might have to close, and it doesn't do a recovery, and I can't remember the last time I saved. A little while ago, so I might have to redo some stuff. But that's fine because I already know what I'm doing. This teaches your children why you should save regularly. Okay. Let's see how far back we have to go, because this is dead. Oh, hang on. Do you want to force it to exit by sending a terminate single? I'll give it one cancel and see if it comes back. Yeah, no, it's probably dead. Bye, as far as we got with Alex's face. Alright, let's see where we last saved. I remember saying save at one point, but I can't remember where it was. Eek, looks like GIMP recovered from a crash. 2 images salvage. Oh, recover. Look at that. Look at that. That was not planned, I promise you. Check that out. It's almost like I work in IT, isn't it? And I'm just used to computers breaking all the time. IT is hell, trust me. Like, if you don't like things, if you don't like pretending that you're in control of things that are actually out of control, don't work in IT. Like, if you like, in terms of like acting, you get really good at just being like, yeah, that's definitely fine. Yeah, of course I know what I'm doing. Yes, I completely understand what you're saying. Yeah, all of that. It's all an act. I have no idea about computers. They're crazy. They're really complicated. Don't use them if you don't have to. if you can get away without using a computer, then just do that. Yeah, that's the better option. Right, so I will attempt. I've saved up now, haven't I? Yeah, I'll just do the double panic save. See, it's even got a different name now, which doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Yeah, let's try do the same thing where we smudged it. Except this time, hopefully it won't crash. Yeah, see, I don't like that. What am I trying to do? What's on the underside of this giraffe? So it kind of goes up from the bottom. So I should do it more like it's less of a human. I'm in the right layer. Yeah, I'm in the right layer. It's less of a human cheekbone that kind of is a point, and is more of like a strange giraffe cheekbone. It's quite angular, but at the same time, I feel like Alex kind of would be a bit of a diva giraffe. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so let's do some forehead now, which is not going to include the eyebrows because I've already done them with the eyes. And I'll make it a bit more opaque because it's giving me a bit of a headache where it is right now. The other thing I changed about this is how slow that opacity thing dragger is. It's outrageous. It's like it responds to like half of a mouse click. Half of a mouse's movement. What am I doing about his hair? I'll leave his hair out for now. Enter, Control C, Control V. Excuse me, and then move that to move that to new layer. Call it forehead. Have I missed naming any layers? Doesn't look like it yet. How's chat doing? Friend computer. As soon as my degree is done, my computer's going in the bin. That's where it belongs. Actually, no. Recycle it and give it to give it to someone or sell it, flog it. Don't dispose of computers in bins, because someone will find a use for them. They're useful for people who want to use them. People who want to make giraffe faces out of them. That's who it's useful for. Let's scale. Right, let's shove you like there, and then like there, and then and then we'll do some smudgies in all of the directions to sort of complete that. Okay, so let's do a scale, and then let's fit it to the image size, and then let's get my favorite tool out again, and let's just start doing some contouring. Yep. Let's chat this evening. Hairy horns. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Hairy horns. Well done, Void Full of Ghosts. You've been instrumental in the stream this evening. I.e., you did this. This is all your fault. Alright. Still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the ears. But I haven't got there yet. Okay. Alright. Beautiful. The hair. So, he's got this bit of hair and this bit of hair. And I think what I should just do is, yeah, if I just half his, let's get my selector out. No, wrong layer. I can get mostly his hair. So what you can do with the selector is you can start to add and remove from your selection using other selectors, which is really cool. So I can get an initial selection with it's called a magic selector, the one that does all the colors, and then I can cut it with the slicey one. And then also, actually, I'm also going to do some zooming, which you just do with the mouse scroll wheel, and then you can add to the selection as well. So let's add this half of hair, and then I'll turn this half of hair into one horn, and the other half of hair into another horn. Which, if it doesn't make sense, because it doesn't make sense, there's no real reason to do it, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and then I'm going to halve it there. Cheers. Yes. Sorry. Okay. You can watch later. Cheers. Got my cup of tea. Cup of cocoa, actually. Yeah, let's grab. Did I add or remove? I did remove. Okay. Control C, Control V. And then let's move that over. No, wrong there. And then let's move that over the horn. I need to zoom out again. Eek. Eek. Right, how am I going to do this? So I can just squeeze it and make it quite thin and horn shaped, and then it'll have a bit of curl to it. And that'll just be how it looks. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So if I... yeah, let's scale it first. And... actually, let's go for a rotate. Oh dear. Oh, that'll work. If I could just upturn it and have like two U-shapes and his hair would be like U-shaped. Yeah, let's do that instead. Slight change of plan. So do that, and then what I'll also do is I'll start doing some cloning, which I haven't done yet, and there'll be a chance to use a new tool. It's always fun. So rather than smudge hair, what you're better off doing in order to make it look realistic is using a cloning tool. So is it? No, I don't want perspective clone. I just want the clone tool. So with a clone tool, what you do is you set the cursor to the size you want, and then you set a location with holding Control and click. And then where you draw, then you'll have like a little. You can just copy what it is that where you set the location. So you can just sort of. So what I'm doing is basically just like drawing more hair onto a layer which has Alex's hair, which I'm going to name Alex's hair. Alex. Actually, let's just call it right hair. Right or right horn. Horn makes more sense. Right horn. I can't see what's behind there again, so let's check. Black is also bad for doing black hair, so let's change that to white. There we go. Right. So it's got like really cursed, really digital kind of things. Yes, realistic. That's what I'm going for here, is realism, definitely. I was doing the clone tool. So do some more cloning. Am I on the right layer? No. I want to be on the right horn. There we go. Accept. See, so the other good thing about the clone tool, although you kind of forget sometimes, is the layer that you are on when you set the location is the layer that you clone from. So there you saw me cloning from the background, which wasn't what I wanted to do, but was a good demonstration of what you can do with this tool. Let's just draw out some more hair, and then let's get I'd do a smaller one. Maybe not that small, like this sort of size, and then you can do like individual little kind of. I want to change the brush to make it look more hair shaped. Let's make that smaller. Yeah, that'll look alright. Like I said, am I going for realism or am I going for just like... Does it really look like Alex's hair anymore? Ah, well, it's originally Alex's hair, so everyone knows what it was originally. Let's go for the left one, which is going to be taken from this side, and I'll do the magic selection again. So if I grab that and then cut it, that should have basically everything that I need. And then I can go really big with a cut. Oh, not that too big, much too big. I've gone too far. Let's trim you there, and there, and there, and there. Scroll up, and then there, and there, and there. I haven't been very engaged with chat, which was one of my worries about this type of stream, because I do get very engaged with editing. Yeah, a piece of the true self exists on the false self. Talking about Kylo. Oh, we're not talking about Kylo Ren, are we? Kylo Ren and James Bond. Jesus. Oh, are people talking about deep fakes? Don't know anything about them. I want to get rid of that, which is what I've done. Okay. Copy and paste, and put you in a new layer. And then have I just also copied his face? Oh, damn it! I didn't want to do that. Let's get rid of that. Wait, what is this layer? I just... Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I want. So I think this horn might actually... I'm actually going to style it as being spiky. I think that would stylistically look good. Good. Yes. So I want to flip it basically. So I want to use the scale tool. Oh, can you not flip with the scale tool? I always thought you could. Oh, what did I do originally? Did I flip it? Anyway, let's flip it so that I can just rotate it. A lot of transformations in this. If there's any people doing like basic like A-level GCSE maths and you want to do some like applied transformations, we should do this, because I think the curriculum could do with an overhaul at this stage. Let's do a scale. Do you want to scale out a bit? Yeah. I think I'm just going to have this one be really spiky and not try and copy what the giraffe looks like. I'm just going to check where that horn goes. Okay, so yeah, I can make them... It's going to look weird, but fundamentally I think I want it to look a bit weird, so Go with that. Cool. I think I'm gonna go for the ears next. Oh, and I need to call this left horn. So let's go on that. And I've only got one ear to work with, but I can just flip it and pretend that it's 2 ears, and that's fine. Ink. Because luckily faces are basically just copy paste job. Once you get like half of them done, then you just copy it onto the other side. Not exactly for people thinking that you have to be like exactly symmetrical, because that's just a weird fallacy of nonsense that I think some people in TikTok have got in their heads. But for image editing purposes, it is helpful. Image size, and then new layer, please, and save, Martin, because you've always got to save. We're saving into giraffe in case it dies horribly. Yeah, that's the ear. So we'll do the right ear first. I've got a feeling I might have changed my nomenclature on left and right at some point and gotten confused, but as long as everything's got some kind of label, so I can figure out roughly what it is. Alright, so there's going to be a lot of weird stretching that's going on in this one. There's human, and the layer's really, where's the layer? Oh, did I make the layer? I didn't mean to. I'm going to undo a lot of stuff that I've done, because these things are a lot easier to manipulate before you set their alright, so let's copy that, paste that, stick you in a new layer. Yeah, these images are a lot easier to manipulate when they're in a smaller layer, in terms of like rotations and things like that, and scaling. So what's normally best is if you get them rotated and scaled to the size you want, and then you fit them to the full-sized image when you're doing all the smudging and makeuping. As I'm going to just decide that that's what it's going to be called from now on. Just going through to the chat. Yeah, ideal. I don't know if ideal. I don't believe in the idea of an ideal face. I feel like if I saw someone with an ideal face, I'd think they look weird. Which then is like, is that ideal? Is that what they wanted? So let's put you at like that angle, and then let's give you a good stretch. Gonna stretch Alex's ears because I think that's a good idea. Oh, that's because I went for the diagonal, which is going to be the best one to go for. Let's cancel and reset. I wonder. Oh, my keyboard's having a bit of issues. What I'm gonna do is do the stretching first and eyeball it, because I think it's gonna look more. It's gonna look weird whatever I do. But I think it'll look better if I stretch it in, because you can only stretch on the axes, so I have to stretch it in the direction of ear that needs stretching. It's gonna look weird whatever I do, so let's just go with that, and then and then we'll rotate it. And what's okay? Yeah, beautiful, perfect. In fact, what I'll do is so let's call that oh, my mouse is going everywhere. Oh, this is fun. What's up with you? Do you not? Are you unhappy at the minute? Is it because my hands are a bit sweaty? Let's give you a wipe. Turn you off for a sec. Got to maintain your equipment. Yeah, you happy? You seem happy now. So let's call that right here, and then let's copy it, duplicate, and then let's flip it. If I do a vertical flip first, if I flip it and then rotate it, that should be alright. So let's do a flip and then a rotate. And I've decided that a giraffe ear is basically two stretched human ears stuck together. Yeah, and then I can smudge that and make it look like an ear. And then I want to just merge that layer down, so I'm just dealing with one single eerie object. Eerie, that's a good one. One pun for mine. I usually do more puns, so apologies for people who feel like they're missing out on pun content. Let's make the smudge a bit bigger. Oh yes, I've got my weird hairy stencil, which I might use again actually, but not just yet. Seeing chat catching up with puns. Let's get you. Am I on? Yeah, I am on that there. So let's get you there, and then let's get the hairy thing. When was it? Was it this one? I think it was this one. And yeah, there we go. Beautiful. That looks just like hair. And then, just to be extra efficient, let's duplicate that layer and name it left ear, and then flip it, and then shove it over here and just give it a bit of a rotate. And yeah, that'll do. Okay, so got a few bits. So what I'm going to do now is duplicate my giraffe, and then I'm going to make my giraffe disappear into the background, so that I've just got my background where the giraffe was, and then I'll leave the neck because I haven't bothered with that, and you need to know that it's a giraffe because I think it's going to look weird, basically. What have you done, Void Full of Ghosts? Ooh, essays on lab-grown meat. Wonderful. Wow, there's a lot of scientists in tonight. You wanting to see someone? What if we could make Alexander J. Noel into a giraffe? We can make that happen. All right. Cool. Right. So let's make this giraffe disappear. So the friend here is the clone tool again, and we want to have a more solid cloner. So the thing that you just do is you make the image kind of make sense in the context of the stuff that you're getting rid of. So I'm just drawing in some of the brickwork that would go sort of behind this giraffe, and if you do it in like really big patches, you can you can make a lot of kind of like geometry up that your eye sort of expects to see, even if it's stuff that isn't there. Alright, so get rid of that horn. And fundamentally, I'm just gonna be like smudging this out of existence anyway. See, the trouble with the clone tool though is if you start to clone a bit of the image that you're trying to erase, and then just have it reappear somewhere else. Alright, let's just get rid of that at the top. You don't have to be particularly neat about it. The trick is you just got to kind of keep your eye on where the other cursor is and make sure that it doesn't go into anything that you wouldn't want to be cloned. Right, so I think this bit where the giraffe's face is... where should I start for that? If I start like there and just sort of go here, I got a lot of it, so let's just get rid of as much as we can here. Most of this is going to actually be hidden by his face actually, so I'm probably not even going to bother with the rest of the face. I'm just going to draw a little line around the edge of it to just sort of bring in the edges. And then over here and over here. All right. Let's see what we've got. So, okay. Already, I need to make that probably a bit thicker. And where's the horn? Interesting. We'll see what's happened to that in a minute. Do one of the layers, forehead, one of his cheeks, another one of his cheeks, right eye. Oh my god, this looks amazing. I don't know where his horn's gone. We might have lost our horn, but I'll carry on with the rest of it. This is so good. Alright, let's make the nose the full size of the picture. Alright, oh no, that's the wrong tool. Let's get the smudger going. Okay. Oh my god, this is so much better than I thought it would be. How's the chat? Okay. It's the fact that his chin looks kind of normal. Okay. Alright, let's do the mouth a bit. Let's get. Oh yeah, that needs to go to the full size of the image. Okay, and yuck, and yuck. Let's get those two to sort of blend in with each. Oh, I've done no. Let's go. I think I'm gonna do the nose a bit again. Try and bring this in. That was too much. Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, too much. And then up a bit. Let's do the forehead. And then there's a forehead on top. No, let's bring it further up. over the eyes. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'll move it off the eyebrows because Alex isn't Alex without his eyebrows. It's deciding which bits to hide and draw in and which bits to sort of bring out. Ooh, yeah. This is why I love to do this, because every now and then I just have a look at what I'm doing and I'm like, this looks ridiculous. Right, let's do these ears a little bit more. Yeah, what happened to that horn layer? It's just gone. I'll copy the right horn, and we'll just have two of those. So duplicate and then do a flip, and then just move it into place. There we go. There's Alex's horns. Okay. I'm gonna move the forehead over the ears. So that it kind of covers them up a bit, but in like a sensible way. Is that good? I can't decide what I want to do with the ears. Let's just do a bit of. Let's get some of the background in. Yeah, there we go. And then with the other one as well. Okay. And then his eyes. Which eye is that? Yeah, there we go. Oh, this one's too big. Let's go for a smaller one. No. Keep erasing his eyebrow, which is not what I want to do. Zoom in a bit. Do you want to zoom in? The keyboard doesn't want to play. That's fine. Nope. Yeah, that'll do. I'm gonna use the magic eraser to get rid of these grey bits of chin on his mouth. As soon as I figure out where the mouth layer is. Come on, I've named it. Alright, it's right at the front. Okay. Yoink. Too much. Oh, now you're working. Just going to use a cut, I think. So that'll be just as good. Sometimes it's not worth bothering with the magic select tool because it can be a bit temperamental especially when you're sort of working with black and white images and you don't have a lot of colour. I meant to deselect. Just select none. That should have got rid of more of the giraffe chin. Yeah, I'll just get rid of the giraffe chin with the eraser tool. With the cloning tool, rather. Clone, clone, clone. There you are. And yeah, Alex's chin on this side. Cut. Nope, wrong layer. Mouth was at the top of it. There we go. And let's just do some smudges on his chin. Select none. Save, because I remembered. I basically save whenever I remember to. Feel free to spam chat with save. And I'll do some smudges with the hairy tool as well, so because the giraffe has like a hairy chin, doesn't it? So you've got to have. I know that the real Alex would never have any facial hair, so this is kind of fanfic at this point. Right, let's zoom back and take a look at what we've got. I think I'm kind of happy with this. What does the chat think? Is there anything that you? Is there anything extra that you want from this, Alex? From this face, but giraffe. I'm gonna say. How are we doing? That's 9:15. Trouble is, I don't know how I can top this with anything that I might do. So I might just have a quick. It might just be a quick stream. I'll put it on Twitter. Actually, let me save this now. Actually, how am I going to get this off this device? I've got a FTP on this one, but all my keyboard's set up. I think what I'm going to do is. I know. I'm trying to. I don't have a straightforward. It's going to be a little bit of a faff. I think I'm gonna. I will save the image now and put it on Twitter. But there'll be a few minutes where I'm just faffing about to get it off because it's not easy. It's not just on my computer, so to speak. It's on like a thing. Actually, yeah. I'll just do a little transition. Actually, then I don't have to worry about things breaking and falling over. So give me 5 minutes, and then I'll be back. We'll post it to Twitter, and then we can just have like a little chat maybe for 10 15 minutes, something like that. Does that sound alright? Cool. Right. Post the link on Twitter. Feel free to like, subscribe, retweet, send it to him, tag him in it. Well, I've already tagged him in it, but like, I don't know. I don't know if every stream. I won't do every stream that I do be a picture of Alex's face because I feel like that's just bullying essentially. But you know, sometimes he deserves it. I hope everyone has sort of enjoyed my random tutorially / rambling / editing. You're right, Joe. It is beautiful. Thank you. My aim is to just kind of like show people, and what was really fun today was like seeing the thing crashing. I was very not expecting the thing to crash midway through, and then for it to like be fine afterwards. That was even better. But yeah, it's sort of like what I enjoy doing is sort of like dealing with stuff and figuring out how to fix it. That kind of like energizes me, and that kind of is what I enjoy doing. So yeah, I'm really glad I got to do that tonight. I hope you've been entertained. If you've got any questions or any suggestions for possibly next time, I don't know if I'm gonna have like some sort of form or something, but like the most up to date information you're gonna get from me is gonna be on Twitter, because that's the platform that I post the most coherent kind of updates on. I've got some links associated with this Twitch channel on a link tree if you want to follow me on various different platforms: Tumblr, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. I think I've got as well. I like to be creative in lots of different ways. Not just with Alex's face, although that is like a big source of mischief and creativity for me. But yeah, I'm wanting to kind of mash up all of that in these streams and just sort of show that to people, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you'll sort of have fun in them. What's going on in chat? Likes and shares on Twitter always make me happy. If you just want to make me happy, then that's basically how you do it. Let's do a little scroll through. You need something to distract you. Void full of ghosts. That's fine. I'm very distracting. Like look at this. Look how distracting this is. Oh yeah, there's swears. I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any fucking rules about that. So like, yeah, you should say adult and like things. I don't have rules about swears. So has everyone been on like best behavior the whole stream, and then they're just like, oh shit, I could have said rude things the whole time like I normally do, and it's like, yeah, you could have. I sometimes actually forget when I'm performing because I'm so used to doing stuff for Rusty Quill where it's like, don't swear, and I'm like, actually, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not important. Yeah, so if you need to exercise like your swears, feel free to do that in this channel, and no one will. No, I don't even have a mod team anyway. So like, I know that some of you might be behaving as mods or like doing stuff, but yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes. You're gonna say yes. Use your swears responsibly though, because like if you all just swear, then it won't even mean anything. Good work, Joe. Yes, use some of the niche swears. Like exercise that right. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, and there's a boobies as well. Even better. is this just what like people who've been following like Rusty Quill adjacent content have been wanting to do, is to just like make rude things? Because I'm all for that. Oh my god, there's we're getting some amazing ones. Wonderful. I barely got to use my little box of things. These guys have just been sat there the whole time. Oh, it's because it's crashed. Even better. It's just a still image now. I wonder why it's crashed. Did it run out of power or something? I can troubleshoot that later. At least it finished on a picture that didn't make it look like it died. Yeah, no, that's definitely dead there. I don't have any content, more content to do, so I think I'm gonna say good. You guys can carry on swearing, and I'm just gonna say good evening to you. If you like the stream, please feel free to tell your friends about it. Like, share, subscribe to things. I'm going to be adding more things to the stream, more things to break predominantly. But yeah, I'm just sort of trying to get into like what the actual content is going to be and what, and getting used to just vamping by myself as well, which is sort of new for me. And yeah, if you've got any ideas for content, please let me know via the various different channels that I've got. If by any chance you happen to like any of the designs that I've got and I'm currently sporting, they are available on my Redbubble page that I should have linked in somewhere in this platform. So you can do that if you want. And with that, I'll finally say I'm really bad at finishing things, so I'm just gonna say like we're done. Cheers. Thanks very much for joining. It's been really fun.